to the Raise Your Energy podcast. My name is Linda Lange, I'm your host and energy expert. My mom told me recently that she wasn't really aware of all the benefits that you can get out of meditating regularly until she read more about it. And I thought to myself, that might be you as well. And that's why I selected this episode to talk all about meditation and the benefits that you can have from meditating. So stay tuned. When I started meditating about 2.5 years ago, I knew very little about all the benefits that meditation can give you. And until recently, I was not even aware of all the stuff that you can create, manifest and experience with the regular meditation practice and even during meditation. I started meditating probably for the similar reasons than most people. I wanted to relax, recover, and restore. I was looking for something that would fill up my battery levels again, which were pretty depleted for most of the times. And that was mostly it. I wanted to slow down and fill up my energy levels again. See, if meditation can help me to feel better again and have more energy in my life again. And I think these are pretty good reasons to start meditating in the first place. So if these are the reasons that resonate with you and that's why you want to try out meditating, perfect. Because that's what you get out of meditation, for sure. You will be able to relax, you will be able to restore your energy levels and recover as well. So that is perfect. But if this does not resonate fully with you, if this is just not enough for you to try to meditate, then stick with me here in this episode because I'm going to cover a lot of more benefits that I have come across. And they will be very surprising to you and hopefully convince you to start meditating as well. When I started to meditate, I would just do it very sporadically. I would do it maybe a few times in a week for a few weeks and then I would stop again and lose momentum. And then maybe I would start again a few weeks or months later. And my experience back then was that I felt pretty good during the meditation and briefly afterwards as well. So it gave me the benefits that I was looking for relaxation and recovery. But after a while, it was probably not enough for me to really stick with it and go the extra mile to do it more regularly and keep going. And I can imagine that might be the case for you as well if you tried it out before but were not really able or not willing to stick with it. So maybe that resonates with you. What really helped me to change that was to learn more about meditation in itself, the science of it all. I love science. And I wanted to know what happens. And I guess that's what I was looking for, to understand more about meditation. And who gave me all of that was Dr. Joe Dispenza, who I have mentioned before many times to you in my podcast episodes. He really covers it all the areas of science like biology, chemistry, neuroscience, all of the other science areas that play a part in the work, in the meditations. He explains to you everything that happens while you meditate or that you can make happen through meditation. And when you know something or how something works, you are much better able to apply that knowledge and get further and achieve something better or quicker. And that was what I got suddenly out of the meditation. I got so much more out of it because I suddenly understood what I was doing, what was happening in my body, where I needed to concentrate on, or what I needed to do more of to get more out of my meditation practice. So if you have not gotten much more benefits out of the meditation, or you're looking to get more out of your meditation, my number one tip: learn more about meditation and the science behind it. That way you actually know what you're doing. So the first big benefit that I got from starting meditating more regularly was to quieten my mind. During that time, I was meditating about 3 times per week, always for about 45 to 60 minutes. So not every day, but I got a lot of benefits out of these 3 times per week because I kept doing it over a longer period of time without stopping all the time and having breaks in between. So my mind was always kind of bugging me. Our mind is, of course, always very active. When we are awake, our mind creates a thought every 3 seconds. That's how active it is. And that's not a bad thing. That's absolutely perfect. When our thoughts are positive, helpful, and get us somewhere, get us a result, help us in our lives, and so on. And that was not really the case for me anymore. If I was not concentrating on an activity like work or study or doing something where I used my mind more analytically or to create something, my mind chatter became more and more negative. There was a lot of negative self-talk inside of me. There was a lot of ruminating about past events, and this rumination doesn't really get you anywhere. Or I was creating scenarios about future events, and of course sometimes it was worst case scenarios that I was building. Again, not very helpful, more harmful to our physical and to our mental health. So when I started to understand more about meditation and did it more regularly and more with purpose, I was able to put some distance between myself and my mind. And that gave me the opportunity to look more at my thoughts, to observe them. What are they? And what are they doing to myself? What was I doing to myself? So I was able with that distance to manage my mind more. I was able to see what it was doing and stop it when it was doing something that I didn't like anymore. And over time, this practice started to quieten my mind. The typical thought spirals that I was having would just get lesser and lesser, just automatically by keeping that practice of meditating, but as well observing and managing my mind. So the really first big benefit that I got out of meditating was really to have a more calmer mind, lesser negative thoughts, and less harmful thought patterns that would just agitate me or make me feel even more stressed. And once you know how it feels to have a calmer and quieter mind and head, you will understand what a difference it makes in your life. For myself, I feel much more energized now. I feel more calmer, more relaxed about things that are happening around me and in my life. And I can live my life much more easy and not so serious. And I enjoy it more. And I would call that a great benefit, a great plus for meditating. The same benefit that I got through meditation for my mind, I can say I got as well for my body. I still have a long journey to go with my relationship with my body, but I have felt a lot of benefits, progress, and just positive experiences with my body and in my body through meditating more regularly. I personally experience a better immune system. I get less of like colds or bugs that are going around. I feel that my nervous system is much more calmer and stronger through the meditation practice, which displays as being more stable, having more energy throughout the day with lesser ups and downs. And I'm not so impacted anymore by like blood sugar levels or not having enough water. So it's of course still very important to look after yourself. But I feel like, again, the distance that I was able to put between myself and my body a bit more through the meditation, I was able to stabilize my body and not be so reactive to a lot of things that influence our body. So a great win there as well. I was able to lower my stress level significantly through meditation and of course through the work and the benefits of the mind. And meditation is really known for so many positive things for your body, from relieving you from pain to healing yourself. Everything is possible through meditations and the work you're doing there with your body. The word meditation actually means to become familiar with. So meditation helps you to get to know yourself better, which is really important and necessary for growth, for development, and for self-love. It gives you the means to switch off the outside environment and look more within yourself. In meditation, you train your focus and your concentration, which is like a muscle that you strengthen throughout the meditation, but then you can apply it more and more as well outside of meditation to your work or your study. So I have really experienced that I'm much better at concentrating and focusing on something particular and not be distracted so quickly by other things or lose the focus. You are becoming much more self-aware as well, and you're able to work through beliefs that you might become aware of, thought patterns, and maybe even trauma, things that are stuck within you and that you actually want to let go of. And this self-awareness that you build up through your regular meditation practice can really help you to kind of declutter your inside world and release a lot of more energy, because this waste is gone, so to say. What I have experienced through being more self-aware and raising my awareness of myself and knowing myself better is that I'm less impacted by my outside world, and that includes as well other people. And I really mean this in a positive, peaceful, loving way. I'm much more confident being by myself. I don't need much approval or recognition from others anymore. It's still very nice, but there is not anymore the craving for it or a need for it anymore. Still probably a little bit, but not as much as there has been before. I'm super interested in people's opinions, their viewpoints, how they see the world and what they know. But I'm not anymore so bothered by what they think about me. And that was, like probably for a lot of other people as well, a big topic about me. It's kind of linked to recognition and approval, right? I have learned to let go as well a lot about pleasing other people and for them needing to please me as well. So it's kind of a two-way thing that I don't feel like I have to be somebody else or do something particularly to please somebody. And at the same time, I don't expect other people to do the same for me. I can let people now be much more who they really are. I don't need to control anybody, and I don't let anybody anymore control me. And all of this is in a really loving and peaceful way of being, kind of being more in the flow of how life is probably more supposed to be. I always compare it a little bit with how nature works. Nature minus humans. If you look at nature, everything kind of is a big system that works together. And we can be part of that. To a degree, we started to detach ourselves from it, but we can be part of it. For example, we are very important to trees outside. When we are breathing, we are creating something that the trees need, and the trees take it and create what we need to breathe. And that is kind of a perfect system that is happening in nature, and we are part of nature. And I feel now through my meditation practice, I learn more and more to live in a way that is more peaceful and in a flow state and harmony. And I would call that, again, a fantastic benefit for meditating regularly, right? Next one is something I have spoken about in episode 31 already, which was that meditation helped me to open my heart and to start feelings of love or gratitude inside of me without any influences or needs to have in the environment from experiences or people. And I want to talk a little bit more today about gratitude and what it has given me in my everyday life and what it has created in my life for me. I always knew, and you will for sure as well, you know how great it feels to be grateful. It's a very powerful feeling, right? It makes, for me, when I feel grateful, it goes kind of through your whole body, or it lightens up your heart. So if you look back the last time that you felt grateful, you would agree with me that it's a very loving and positive and strong feeling. But before I started regularly meditating, I did not have that feeling a lot in my life. For sure, every now and then I felt grateful, but it wasn't really a lot that I felt grateful for on a regular basis. It was not like every day I was able to stop and feel grateful, truly grateful for something. And we all know these days when we read a lot of stuff or we look around us that people always tell you to create a gratitude practice or to be more grateful because it's beneficial for our mind, for our physical state, and for our emotional state. Now that I'm able to connect more with gratitude through my meditations, I was able as well to bring more gratitude in my everyday life. And what it did for me is that I feel more grateful for a lot of more smaller things in my life. For example, for the sun warming up my skin, or a bird flying to my window and just saying hello to me, or a lot of ladybugs appearing in my home and showing me how lucky I am. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. And what that means is that the feeling of gratitude, the vibrations and the frequency of gratitude is such a powerful emotion, really the most powerful emotion that you can have to bring more things into your life to feel grateful for. And that is so unbelievably powerful, right? So the more we feel grateful for in the life that we are already leading now, the more things we attract into our lives that we are again grateful for. Does that make sense to you? It's so powerful, and when you're able to work more on this during your meditations and bring it more into your everyday life, you will see how more and more things appear in your life that you're truly grateful for. Of course, the law of attraction, it's quantum physics, but the best medicine is to experience it yourself, right? To really see it for your own eyes, to experience in your life that it all actually works. So yeah, one of the other fantastic benefits that meditation has brought to me. I could probably go on talk about a lot of more benefits. I don't want to overwhelm you and make them too many in this episode, so I will stop here. But there are lots of other things that I have gotten out of my regular meditation practice, like being better at manifesting, having serendipities show up in my life, and as well the community of like-minded people that I was able to be part of now and create around my meditation practice. I meditate now regularly every day, minimum once, sometimes twice, because I know how powerful it is. If you listen to everything I just said, why would you not do it if you experienced it? And I experience more. Every week my meditation practice lets me go deeper. The feelings that I can bring up get stronger, or I experience something new, deeper levels of meditation. Every week I experience something new, and it always is so exciting and magical. It just feels magical to reach again something new, to experience something else during the meditation practice. I am truly excited now to be on this journey of discovering new ways of being in this world, new levels of feeling positive emotions, and to get to know myself more and more. It's like peeling layers away from an onion. That's how I feel about getting to know my true self. And always letting go of something else as well. Letting go of more needs that I would have had in the past about things or experience or approval or recognition from people in my life. Every week, every few weeks or months, I'm able to see that I have let go again of something in my life that either is just not needed or is just not serving me on my journey. And the more I can let go of something in my life that before I thought I needed and now I don't need it anymore, it gives you so much more freedom. It gives you more peace, and it gives you more energy to do other things in your life. And at the same time, I want to say as well that this is not the easiest journey to be on, but it is so worth it. I really put in the work and the time every day to sit down and meditate for all of these perfect benefits and for all of these experiences that I have. But there is as well that stuff comes up and you might need to deal with it. You might need to overcome it. It's not always just easy, but it's so worth it, because once you dealt with it, once you kind of let it go through you or you overcome it, however you want to call it, it is able to leave, it is able to let go and release energy back into your life. And I would not want to change that other side, that work, that effort that you have to put in the benefits are just so much greater. They are a multitude of greater, and therefore the other parts are just easier to deal with. If I wouldn't have the meditation, I would probably not be brave enough or strong enough to deal with quite a few things that I'm now tackling and facing inside of myself. I would never really be able to go there out of fear of that it would crumble my life, or how much energy it would cost me to go there, because I just didn't have enough energy inside of me to even deal with my normal life. But the meditation helps me to get stronger, to get more power back into my life, to be then able to go through these challenges or facing some of these things that have been with me for a long time and have always taken energy and happiness from me. So I just want to say as well that it's not that easy, and there is stuff that comes up when you're meditating, or you come up to yourself when you don't feel like it. But the more you do it, the more you trust it, and the more benefits you experience, the more you want to do this, because you start to feel that peace and that freedom and that energy and that different way of being. And that is just so magical and out of this world that you want to have more of it. That's kind of how I can describe it. And I hope it makes sense to you. I hope I might have inspired you to try it again or start it for the first time. Go on your own journey and to discover more of yourself and to discover a magical way of being in this world. Thank you so much for listening today, and with that, I love you and leave you. Talk soon, and bye bye.